very low sugar in this anyway, so sugar is what really typically gets me. But I also don't have much of a sweet tooth either, so it works out. I typically like sweet if it's with something bitter or salty. I like sweet in combination with other flavors better than by itself. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go down the road a little bit farther until I see an opening in this divider. I'm talking maybe 10 minutes from now, because I'm enjoying this pit stop. Then we're going to turn around and we'll have probably a pretty long dirt road, or at least a rustic kind of road on back into town. Should be pretty interesting on the way back in. What time we got? We got about 1 hour until sunset too. So I'll try my darndest to get us a good spot to check that out from. But there have been a good number of places that we've just gone by today that would have been outstanding. Whew, hiccups. Would have been outstanding for checking out the sunset, so I'm not too worried about that. It's hard to find elevated places typically, and that's generally what you might want. Open space and elevated space in Phnom Penh in the city itself is kind of hard to come by. But I think it's carbs do affect how much I retain water, or I don't know, like if I eat a lot of carbs many days in a row, like I do feel more bulky and more bloated. That's another point I was going to make, but I can't recall what it was exactly. Oh yeah. So like the street food here seems to be more carb loaded in general. There's just more rice content, and I'd say in Thailand it was easier to eat a protein heavy diet, which is what I prefer, protein and vegetables mostly, if I'm trying to eat my best and what I know is best for me. Makes me feel the best too. Easier to do in Thailand with a lot more variety of street food and fresh street food. One thing I do definitely miss about Thailand. Just better street food in general too. Got to be a little bit more daring here, I think. A lot of food that's seemingly been out longer too. But your stomach also adjusts to that. A couple of weeks of eating the food here and your stomach adjusts to it as well, and the water and all this. But, you know, one of my first weeks in Southeast Asia, I ate something, you know, I don't know what it was, but just eating regular food. And I went out to the 7-Eleven near my apartment, and the coffee shop, the 7-Eleven and a coffee shop across the street, and I had to sit on a bench for a little while because I just had no energy. I felt terrible. Maybe 2 weeks after I got here or less. I can recall pretty darn clearly, even now, that just had no energy, just out for a quick morning breakfast and coffee, right? And just had no energy at all. It felt like I almost blacked out on the road just walking down there. And I'm sure it was something I ate, something that was giving me issues. maybe a virus, and that was the worst of it there on the street. Just had to sit at the bench for a good 20 minutes or so. Not fun. Didn't know how long it was going to take, but thought it would pass pretty quick, and thankfully it did. But that was the worst I've had as far as like food poisoning or whatever you want to even call it. Haven't had hardly any issues like that since. I would drink another coffee right now. I would drink another one, but I don't need it or really, really want it. But if it were right here, I'd take it. It's so dusty, and with this overcast day, it's just like, it feels like this kind of gray dust kind of feel that the entire road has just continues all up into the sky and everywhere too. All the way straight up from the ground. It's the street color and the sky color is almost identical. No contrast at all. First week, because I was in Cambodia, ate night markets and moved off the toilet for a week with great food. Yeah. The night market that's near Wat Phnom is a little sus, I think. Like, they've got some good food, but they got a lot of food that's just out. And it seems sus. But you can order noodle dishes where it's cooked up fresh. But some of the things they will just toss on the grill or whatever, I don't know. There's something about being cooked up with the noodles makes it seem more palatable to me. At least it, whatever may be sus about it, gets mixed into something else that's cooking too. But they also got like pink meat that doesn't look like it's edible. They've got shrimp, they've got fish or some kind of meat that's been molded and colored to look like shrimp as well, that is not shrimp. The color dyed meat just makes me suspect about a lot of it. But just the straight up like chicken and noodles and such, I'm down with that. Pork and noodles, yeah, hell yeah. But thinking about the food that's widely available at the night market that I know of. But you can get both of that. You can get the noodles and everything too. Is there McDonald's? No McDonald's. There's no McDonald's in this country at all. Not a single one. There is Burger King. There is Carl's Jr., oddly. There's like 3 or 4 of them in town now. I don't think there's Five Guys, but I think it's known. I think Five Guys is known here. There's Papa John's Pizza, Kentucky Fried Chicken, but no McDonald's. Prohawk, do you like or not? Prohawk, I'm not sure if I know what this is. Do I have to go to non-local places to eat? No. I do eat local food from local restaurants. I do. But some of it is just looks sus. Some of it, like the street food, looks a little suspect to me. The restaurants all buy food from the market, from similar markets. I don't know if I know this stuff. Sour cow. What's up, SRTLA? Thanks for the follow. Hope your day is going well today. Prahok is a song.